in the course of actual national security interception and eavesdropping, you might be picking up conversations. It's possible. I don't know. The government should respond.
All right, Suhail, your first reaction, because this story just, to me, gets more and more bizarre every day.
I think it is so possible, given Delhi's traffic situation. It's so easy. You don't even have to have instruments. You just roll down your window, you can hear the other guy, because you'll be stuck at every traffic light for at least 20 minutes. I think this is stupid. My belief is that the ISI, General Musharraf, Gilani are all behind IPL. They are behind this whole investigative situation, and we have to blame it on a foreign hand, which the Congress is very good at doing.
I haven't used that.
I have never seen a phrase being used in independent India more often than "nobody will be spared." When Harshad Mehta committed the crime, nobody will be spared. He, poor chap, died. So even God didn't spare him. Ketan Parekh is holidaying at Wildflower Hall in Mashobra. Nobody will be spared. I'm making a very serious point. If you do not see this to its logical conclusion, you will destroy every edifice of trust that people will have, not only in the government, which they have very little in, because we are cynical about our governments, but more importantly, cricket has never been dragged deeper into the mud than it is being today. We in India have very little to be proud of.
Will that happen? Will that happen?
Of course it will happen. You've already destroyed the brand. You asked a very pertinent question.
I'll come to that.
What will happen to brand IPL?
I'm saying that when Lalit Modi exits next week, which is very likely to happen, are we just going to close the lid on this?
Absolutely. We've closed the lid on match fixing. We've closed the lid on match fixing. You had at one time accused Ajay Jadeja as well, without proof. Today you're doing the same thing. You're accusing Lalit Modi without proof. The point is, I'm no defender of Lalit Modi's. If he has done something wrong, make him a demonstrable example. Send him to jail and throw away the keys. But let me tell you, is hammam mein sab nange hain. All these Johnnies have something to hide. So each guy will start scratching his or her respective backs in order to prevent this from blowing out. So what you will see, and here I have to salute the government only in one instance. I think I'm seeing a difference in the way Pranab Mukherjee is going about it. My concerns are, A, what was the BCCI and the Governing Council doing for the last 3 years? B, what on earth was the media doing for the last 3 years? I mean, people were surreptitiously alluding to the fact that there was match fixing and you know, things were being done which were not above board. So what was the media doing? My third point is, what were the sponsors and advertisers? What were corporations? What were team owners doing? I mean, to my mind, every team owner runs a reasonably successful business, at least some of them do. Where was due diligence? In this whole process, Lalit Modi will be the fall guy, and we in India need fall guys. Shashi Tharoor went last week. Lalit Modi may go next week. The problem is, will you spread the cancer or will you stem the rot? My answer is, you will perhaps spread the cancer, because we don't have the courage in this country to lock people up behind bars, because we are always worried about which skeleton might topple from which closet. And until that happens, this will all be just hyperbole, and it will be an exercise in futility.
Sanjay, a very valid point, and one thing that baffles me is how the Indian Cricket Board and all of this is the holy cow, as it were.
I think so, Nidhi. If you look at the IPL today, it should be rechristened as the Indian Family League. Just about everybody is bonding with everybody else. There is, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. But I think, you know, what you're witnessing today, and I'll agree with Suhail on that for the first time post-independence, is through a game of cricket, that corruption has actually caught the public imagination. And I'll tell you what, Nidhi, there's a critical aspect here is that, and I keep repeating that at every forum, that this is a great opportunity for the country as a whole. The Congress party, of which Abhishek is here, and in particular, I have a lot of confidence in the Prime Minister. This government needs to make a statement on corruption by actually taking things to its material end. I'll give you an example. I mean, we keep calling Lalit Modi the fall guy, but if you ask me, he is the BCCI's own Frankenstein. He's a creation of the BCCI. Today, you find a lot of people in the BCCI today who are washing their hands off and saying, listen, I've got nothing to do with them. But the cancer or the virus of...
Let me ask you one thing, and I'll ask all of you this. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, and Ajay, get in on this as well. I mean, Lalit Modi, frankly, everyone thought or thinks, runs the IPL like his own fiefdom. He's the wheeler, he's the dealer, he's the one who's got the money. You know, he runs it. He's a one-man show. So why shouldn't he take the fall for the IPL?
Look, I mean, he's a one-man show because you've given him that power.
Absolutely.
You've asked him to, he came to you, I'm presuming, again, you know, this whole thing is about presumption. That BCCI, or he offered BCCI, this is a product, I think we can create this and we will do this. people in the BCCI probably weren't capable of doing it or thought that this would not work, whatever may be the reason. So he was given the authority and the power to create IPL. They set up a whole committee, whether, the IPL Council as it's called, and they were supposed to run this thing. Now, there were no guidelines. I'm not even sure whether it's to be run as a corporate or is it to be run as a society, as the BCCI.
We know that Lalit Modi's been running the show almost single-handedly.
No, he may be running the show, but what I'm saying is...
But Nidhi, we've known this for 3 years.
I'm saying the same thing.
What has Lalit Modi done differently in the last, from April 11 till now, that he didn't do in the last 3 years?
Yeah.
You cannot ask a guy to take care of your house and then say, oh God, why did I appoint a thief as my caretaker? That's the reality.
Nidhi,
if he is a thief, that is.
Nidhi, the principal point, I think the fallacy is in this argument, which I think the government needs to explain, that you have a body that is talking about financial valuations of billions of dollars, and at the same time, it is a not-for-profit society. Now, that's an oxymoron in that statement. There's a contradiction in terms. Now, if the owners of such a huge commercial property believe that because they are not under the ambit of the government, because they're an independent society, there are no income tax rules applicable to them, they become a power into their own. What has happened is that Lalit Modi, over a period of time, through the silent support or through the covert support of his entire constitution of IPL Governing Council and BCCI, has emerged as a formidable force that today, I think, is threatening to take the entire game of cricket down.
Well, let me ask Farooq Abdullah this question. Farooq Sahab, the questions raised by the panel now and raised through the week have been, what is the IPL Governing Council there for? What has the IPL Governing Council been doing all these years? Have you been caught napping?
I don't think they were caught napping. I think this is just, let's wait till the inquiry committee report is out and you will know what the Governing Council did.
Okay, so...
all will be clear. Let's wait till that time.
Look, I'm not saying this because he's a friend of mine and I don't care about the politics. You have honorable people even on the IPL Governing Council. You have people like Arun Jaitley and all. Yeah. The question that needs to be asked is, was democracy responsible for an overarching majority influencing even the decisions of the Governing Council? So perhaps Jaitley may have been a lone voice. I don't know. And the point I'm making, Nidhi, constantly is BCCI is not the board of control for cricket. It is the board of corruption in cricket in India. That's what BCCI actually stands for, and which is why it is so analogously familiar to the bank that went under several years ago. The reality is BCCI has operated in a cloud of secrecy. They have never been transparent. They are a bunch of fiddlers as far as fiscal responsibility is concerned. Today what you're seeing, and hats off to Pranab if he pulls this off, Pranab Mukherjee should do 3 things, and I hope he's